I get this question a lot, and the truth is, the answer depends strictly on you and your situation. The question is right now a good time to get into the market? Here are 5 reasons that it might be a good reason to invest in real estate right now. And you're going to want to stick around for number 5. It might be the most important in the equation. When looking to get into the market, there's one thing that most buyers rarely look at, but is actually one of the most important things to consider. It really isn't the interest rates nor the purchase price, although both are really important. The most critical factor to consider is monthly payments and whether those make sense. When considering your monthly payment, if you live in a condo, you're going to have to include the condo fee, but in most cases, you got to consider utility and taxes, along with a few other things to maintain your household. Number 2 is actually finding a good deal. And to find a good deal, you have to be in the market. If you're a buyer, you might come across sellers that either they're looking to sell their property because their payments are too high and now out of their budget, or buyers who have bought more than one property, so they're looking to sell one to move into another. And lastly, there are still a good amount of sellers that thought that they can sell at a high and are realizing the market's no longer there. So they're willing to negotiate their prices and come down in price point. With some of those factors at hand, you can find yourself a really great deal that you wouldn't be able to find in another market. And that leads to point 3. And that's the competition. With so many less buyers in the market currently, it might be a great time for you to try and find yourself a deal, a steal, and your dream property. Let's talk about competition. Buyers, let's be real. At this point, there are less buyers in the market for now. There's a great window of opportunity in the price point below $999. Thus, with sellers experiencing less demand on their properties. Thus, this is a good opportunity for you buyers to get into the market, find your dream property, and secure yourself by putting in conditions to make sure that your dream property is exactly what you think it is. Currently, with less competition, buyers do have a small window under the $999 price point that you can go in, find a property that you love, and put in an offer with conditions. So in this way, you're doing your due diligence and making sure that you have a good understanding of financially what you're getting into if you buy this property. There's nothing worse than buying a property and not realizing it needs thousands of dollars of money in order to make it the house that you thought you were buying initially. Let's talk about number 4, and that's rates. So as rates continue to stabilize, that gives you a benefit, an added benefit. If you were to get into the market right now and find a house, you can also have enough time to further possibly negotiate your rate with your lender or your bank before closing. We've all heard the speculation that interest rates are expected to go down, but no one completely knows when. So getting into the market, maybe even with a shorter term on your mortgage, and then renewing at a lesser rate might do you some good, especially if you can purchase the house for less money. Number 5, depending on the time that you get into the market, you might experience a lot less bidding wars, especially if the property has been sitting on the market. Moreover, if you have a really good realtor, now's the time to look up some of the terminated listings to see, is there an off-market deal that could be had for you? If so, negotiation might be a lot easier than you would expect. If you have any questions, always reach out. I would love to guide your process.